just bubbling. Do it some of that. So pull up on it, like I say. My girl, when you get that wine, you're supposed to come with a caution sign. A sign that says, please beware of wine. When you get that wine, you're supposed to come with a caution sign. A sign that says, please beware of wine. Oh, wine at the own risk. Girl, your waistline, hold me.
WEFM, the only fresh sound.
Voice of the Man Bongo Prime representing for Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9.
WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Rise and shine. Let's get ready to take on the day. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
And good morning, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Good morning to those of you within the region. Good morning to those of you who are listening to us internationally. And special good morning to Maxman. Good morning to everybody. You're halfway there if you're counting down to the weekend, okay? Good morning, Anita. And good morning to Trevor as well. All right, so we are back with your friend Nothing Morning here on Activated Mornings. In studio, it's Dianna Cain, myself, Roleza Samuel, and of course, we are joined by Nicole Joseph Chin. How you look so fancy this morning, Nicole?
You're fine. You're fine. So you're like that.
I'm fine. So
thank you. Just because I'm here with you all, that's it. It's all for
y'all. We feel special, man.
Thank you. You are welcome.
How are you, Nicole?
I'm good. I'm doing well today. Getting better. Yes.
Okay. All right. And good morning to Dianna.
Morning, Roleza. Morning, Nicole. Morning, everybody.
It's Christmas. When you say it in that voice, it sounds like it's Christmas time.
Well, the real Christmassy people have been counting down to Christmas since probably they done by all the school stuff, or probably even before that, they started thinking about Christmas, so.
I have some people on my WhatsApp, they're ridiculous. A friend of mine, remember when Lisa was talking about courts having all Christmas decorations and everything? So a friend of mine went to in the courts store recently and she did a video, and you can see how court's pretty. So Christmas people, yeah.
And I walked into.
All righty. So just to give you an idea of what we're having. Right? Go ahead.
I walked into Long Circular Mall 2 days ago, and decorations up. The whole mall decorated.
Yeah, but I know that in Trinidad, y'all tend to decorate even in September. It starts as early as September. You don't wait for close to November. Yeah, I remember one time. What mall was that? Trinity City Mall, I think. I went down in September and they already had up a Christmas tree.
Well, I wasn't ready for this. I really wasn't. Even though 2 weeks ago in Mexico, there were signs of Christmas as you enter the supermarket. But I'm still not emotionally ready for it. And that's what happens. I love Christmas, don't get me wrong. But I didn't go in there with that kind of preparation. I went in there for something else. And it hit me, boom.
But that's the thing, because even so as I mentioned yesterday, somebody in the community already started to play Christmas music, and there was a guy in town. He was actually selling some stuff, but he was playing Christmas music to accompany. And when I asked somebody, he said he playing Christmas music since July, since we around Carnival time. So I know.
I want to just make a confession though. My punch de creme was made 3 weeks ago. And my black cake was made in September. I don't play with that. So my cake ready. Every September, October, my cake is usually ready. And my punch de creme is usually ready. So everything's set up. It's in the fridge. And the truth is, I don't really use it. I make it to give us gifts. So the first batch of punch de creme was already gifted to a friend whose birthday was on the 30th of September. So we good. We're ready. It's just that I wasn't emotionally ready for the visual.
I understand. But Maxman is saying we have to get elections out of the way before Christmas. Maxman, we agree. Elections could call tomorrow. Let we get it done. All right. I am so ready for it to be over. And on that point, I was actually looking at social media recently, and I feel, there are different times when you need to limit how much time you spend on social media.
Yeah.
That is tis this season for me right about now, because it's been true what happening on social media. People just going back and forth on the different points on who arguing with this person, arguing with that person. So like, I want to go for jokes, man. All I want to do is laugh. Okay, I want to be informed, but I also want to get kicks. Like, social media is that for me, not for the animosity and the throwwordness and all of that. And on top of that is all the ads, all the political ads. Now, I can't really fault them too much for the ads, because they need to get their messaging directly in the faces of especially young person. So I don't fault them for that, but it's a little bit overwhelming. So I'm going to have to take my social media usage in small doses. An idea of today's lineup.
Before we get to that, just want to shout out Yulan. Good morning to Yulan.
Oh,
yeah.
You're not even saying good morning to Josh.
Oh, now we're studying here. Good morning, Yulan, again.
Good morning, Joshua. Okay, you are still our good friend over here. Good morning to you.
Okay, here is your daily dose of trouble.
I tell him I'm gonna block you, Just wait. One of these days I will block you. All right, so just to give you an idea of somebody on the WhatsApp, they know themselves. They know exactly who it is. Not Joshua.
Oh, because I know saying you can't block my friend.
Oh no, Joshua.
Our friend.
Joshua gets the same threat for me when we come in and we sit down between 6 and 6:30, and he's sending pictures of food. Mm-hmm. So every time he does it, I tell him I'm going to block him. I just haven't gone through with it, but let him wait. Keep pushing me, Joshua. Keep testing me.
Hello, Joshua.
All right. Right. So to give you an idea of today's lineup, this morning at 8:10. Okay, well, at 7:45, we'd have commentary from Life Compton. We haven't forgotten Kingsley. So morning, Kingsley. And at 8:10, we will be continuing our medical conversation series with Dr. Tammy Williams. And this morning, we'll be talking about hypertension. And that then we come to persons from Ministry of Agriculture in Reward Day. All right? Other info you can interesting morning here on WEFM.
One more thing to put in. As you mentioned, World Food Day, Clare Valley Government School is having its World Food Day celebrations tomorrow. And if you know anything about Clare Valley Government School, when they're doing their celebrations, do it big, right? So you know where to be tomorrow. That's it.
My thing going to be on the
I think so.
Oil down. That's all I want. Oil down.
Check.
All right. Once oil down is on the menu.
Probably say yes, even if it ended it.
No, I want me oil down. All right. All right. So let's quickly get into this morning's topic. Is there?
Yeah,
all right.
there.
Praise Jesus. Oh my God, Indian massive. Look, you gal. All right, so let's quickly get into this one. So we're asking a question. We're saying licks for grades. Should Caribbean parents unlearn this practice? So yesterday morning in the news, Dianna read something that I ended up chuckling at, right? But I would say what else I thought of in the same breath afterwards. So in the news, she read that a 41-year-old father in the Bahamas is set to return to court on the 10th of December for sentencing after pleading guilty to beating his 10-year-old child over a bad school grade. The father appeared before magistrates and where he pled cruelty to children. The child told the teacher that his father. Okay, so let me read it. So this year, the child's teacher noticed that he was not standing properly during the pledge and took him to the guidance counselor. The child then told the teacher that his father had beaten him, and she observed bruises on his arms. All right. So As a result, the father was charged, but the father beat the child over having poor grades. And we're asking the question, should Caribbean parents unlearn this practice? Now, before I allow Dianna to speak, right? So what came to me, so after chuckling, in my head, I said that good, right? And I was saying that good in relation to the father being charged for this, right? But I'd allow y'all to give your thoughts.
Well, I don't know, Nicole. I'm gonna let you go first, and then I will come in after. Ladies first.
Oh, jeez.
You mean older ladies first? You know, I read it when you shared it with me, because of course I was off here yesterday. I read it and I wondered why would a child be beaten for grades? And this is where we have to talk about developmental issues. We all want our children to do well. We all want our loved ones to do well, but we don't want to traumatize them. And we don't want to have them in a position as well where fear becomes one of the key aspects of not only learning, but their success, because this translates outside of the classroom and outside of the home environment. And it goes further, it goes into the workplace. It goes into other spheres where this child, their identity and their sense of what success means is going to be flawed. And more than that, from the psychosocial experience, they're going to not trust people. They're going to not trust sharing their success stories.
Okay. All right. So persons on the live, yes, the usual situation is happening. So, okay. Dianna?
Yeah. This is one of those issues.
Also, you beat your child because you seem to be hesitating. When he comes home with bad grades, do you beat him?
No, I don't believe in beating for grades and homework and those things. But I can see what I can see where that parent is coming from in beating the child for the grades. I'm not justifying beating him for the grades, because if you beat the child and the child couldn't stand up properly to the point where the teacher, had to report the matter, that means it was really bad. But I tried to step into his shoes for a minute before I judged him to see what it is like, and having to be repeatedly called to the school to hear your child is not going good, it's very frustrating for parents as well as for teachers to have to constantly be saying, hi, come in, your child is not doing well, come in again, your child is not doing well, hi, such and such, father, it's me again. And that's what the article said, right? So he had to repeatedly go, and it's frustrating. But I just wanted to look into to go beyond his situation and look at Caribbean parents in general beating their children and where we get this thing from. So I actually decided to put that to the AI. I asked ChatGPT, why do Caribbean parents punish their children in the same way that the slave masters punished our ancestors? And it gave me a bunch of things. Some of it that I had picked up on, in reading and doing some research before. But one of the things it says is that it's a trauma that has been passed down to us. Yes, African parents used to beat their children before slavery, or that form of slavery, but it wasn't in the way that we are beating the children now. It was the licks that they get now, in most cases, is for humiliation and punishment, and apparently that's not what they used to beat for when they were in Africa before they were brought here. But I think for us as Caribbean parents, if we want to cut out this beating thing or to look at it from a different angle, we have to look at ourselves.
Okay.
Because I strongly believe all the time I did believe that it's something to do with slavery, because persons would mention it here and there. You would see it all over the place, and I just wondered why. And I just saw some reports of, I don't know how true they are because I have to go and look into it. I just saw it briefly from somebody I believe to be accredited source, but I want to look into it my own self. But what they were showing was some of the punishments that slaves used to get, like kneeling on hard things, and parents do that to their children. They put them to kneel down and grater and things like that.
Hold two stone in your hand.
Yeah, and some of the things they will get, like if they just put something down and it ain't straight, the slave masters would punish them for that, and parents do that too. So it kind of made me want to just look into the the connection between that and how we behave today. I just
All right, so I do believe that there's a connection, but I would say if I could steal part of after the commentary in live segment to just give my thoughts with regard to it and why it is I reacted the way in which I did when I said that good in terms of him going before the court. All right, so time here in SVG, it is 7:35, and we take this up a little